Hello, and welcome back to another Speedpaint. So, today we're doing a random character generator. I'm at rangen.co.uk. There will be a link in the description of the program I'm using. So, basically we're going to be creating a character based off a random description we're given. It'll also give me like a bunch of traits and stuff about their personality, and I'm basically going to make like a giant sheet of a bunch of different drawings of them to express that character. So, without further ado, let's figure out who we're drawing today. So, here we are on the website. We're setting gender to random, age random, and we're going to generate. Alright, so Mauricio? Savage. 6. Okay, we're drawing a child. Sure. He has white skin, brown eyes, fine red hair. He's alert and powerful. Ooh. A powerful 6-year-old. Okay. He has allergies. He chews inedible object. Always wakes very early. Often chews their hair. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Right. Likes. Exploring, reading, playing board games. Dislikes people, feeling tired, itchy eyes, and feet. He really does not like feet. Okay. Afraid of bats. Nice. His favorite colors are slate and crimson. He hates indigo. Okay. Loki, what the fuck are you doing over there? Oh, he's knocking stuff off the counter. Don't worry about him. Music. He doesn't like music. God, is that even a person? Anyways, foods. He likes homemade food. Book genre, fan fiction. Alright. And then animal, a vampire. What? Oh, that's a contradiction right there. He's afraid of bats, but he likes vampire bats. Alright. Let's go with it. This is gonna work. Okay, so here we are with the actual speed paint portion of this video. So, I wanted to start off with the strong aspect. I know that this is like a 6-year-old here that we're drawing, but they're gonna be pretty ripped for a 6-year-old. They're gonna have some muscle, which you can see there, and they're kind of showing it off, flexing kind of pose. I don't know. This is just the first drawing, the main one that I was doing, so that way that I would have reference for the other ones that I would do that would try and express his personality a little bit more. And I was trying to figure out, alright, how do I make this childish looking? So I kind of made his eyes a bit bigger than normal and gave them highlights like with larger pupils. And then we just sort of continued from there and hoped that just the size of it is like, yep, that looks like a kid. He doesn't stay bald. We work on some hair. I really had no idea what to do for his hair, so like I just wound up Googling like kid haircuts and made something based off some of the images that I saw. And we wound up with this, which I think is pretty good. Overall, anyways, I think that the hair turned out good. And now we're getting into some clothes. So I just kind of wanted to put him in. I was like, all right, let's give him like a t-shirt and like some cargo shorts with maybe like boots. That seems boyish. I don't know. Like I tried to make him seem a bit younger, and I think that this helped accomplish that. On the shirt, I decided to write, I was like, what's on his shirt? So I wrote cool guy because I had nothing else. Head empty, no thoughts. I didn't know what to put on a shirt, but I knew that something had to be there. So you'll eventually see me write it. I got a bit ahead of myself when I started speaking. but it'll show up one day. I think that this is where I decided I needed to write something. Yeah. There we go. So here I do some final lines. This is the only one that I do final lines and do coloring. All of the rest of them are just going to remain as sketches. The only reason I did this one fully colored was because I wanted one that would give a good character profile, and then the rest are just helping me show his personality, I guess you could say. Another thing that I found really funny, because this is the second time I attempted this, because the first time my computer decided to restart itself while I was in the middle of recording the drawing portion of it. And the description for this kid was basically nothing, as opposed to the other ones, which go into a lot more detail that I've seen. So I was kind of surprised by the lack of detail that I got for making this guy. I messed around a bit with the color of the shoes because I was unsure what I wanted, and then I just eventually left him more of like a black and white kind of a color, and then made his socks gray. So that way that it just wasn't all one color, one or two colors. We go into some shading. I kept it minimalistic, just, kept the back of his hair, the stuff that's from behind his head, colored, and just a little shadow below the neck. But this is where I get into some of the other poses that will express some of his likes, dislikes, and that sorts of stuff. So there I did a quick gesture of him running away from some bats because he's afraid of bats. On this other one, I'm doing one of him reading a book because he likes to read. And then I did one of him holding up a board game, like, hey, want to play a board game? Because he likes board games. So now I just have to figure out how to draw the character in the poses that I'm wanting, based off my own reference drawing. So, not that difficult, but also not the easiest thing in the world. I did mess up a few things, but that's fine. I went back and fixed them. Ultimately, overall, this was a pretty fun project to work on. It made me, I didn't have to think of the character, but I had to think on how I was expressing that character, and it was just overall kind of fun to do. Here we're kind of moving on to some bats. I Googled up just some cartoony bats to help me figure out what exactly I wanted them to look like, because I didn't know if I wanted to draw like full out bats or just try and make it like, yep, this is a bat. I ultimately decided to do more of a silhouetted cartoony bat, but that's fine. I went the easy route because the bats are not the focus. It's just to make it obvious, like, yep, he has a fear of bats, he's running from the bats. But the bats themselves, it's not a draw on a bat challenge. It's drawing a character repeatedly, apparently. So with this one, I decided to write the board game, the game of life. That's about it. I didn't really do a design on the cover because I'm lazy, basically. And then here's the last pose that we're working on, and that is just him chilling and reading. Which, surprising for a 6-year-old, based off my experiences with a 6-year-old and my younger brother. Well, I don't think... Yeah, he didn't really read too much when he was 6, or later. I don't think he reads very much nowadays either. But, that's fine. interesting seeing that a young kid is like, yes, I like to read. Maybe plenty of you out there are like that. Who knows? I wasn't like that when I was 6. But here's really where the face is at a much different angle than the original drawing. But, you know, it's just figuring out where things go and how they would look to make it look like it's the same person. Here I realized that another one of his quirks, I guess, was that he likes chewing on his hair, so I kind of gave him a concerned look and had him chewing on his hair a little bit. I didn't do a full drawing for this one because I didn't really need it. It was just to try and get a point across real quick that he'll chew on his hair. And then for the last one that I did, first I gave the book a title. I can't remember what I called it either. I think it was How to Write Fan Fiction, because one of the things, like, his favorite book genre was fan fiction, which I don't know if that would be considered a genre. Maybe it is. I don't know. Fan fiction people, you tell me. And then I did like a little no music symbol because he's not a fan of music, which I didn't know people like that existed. But this character is based on one of them, apparently. And then I put his name and age on the sheet just so that way that everyone was aware. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is about it for this here Speedpaint. Like I said, it was a fun project to work on. And might do it again in the future sometime. Might use this program if I'm trying to figure out something for like a comic or something that I'm making or scripting in the future to try and give a base to work off of. I don't know. Anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.